So what you're talking about is CoreWeave, and that's basically in the first three boxes of this. That's the infrastructure. And you're totally right that NVIDIA has benefited because everyone else is buying fixed action shovels. That's the obvious play. It is the comfortable play, CoreWeave, in which NVIDIA as an investor is a big beneficiary. They're reputed to be reportedly doing their own fund money raise at, I don't know, 40, $50 billion.
23 right now, reportedly in the Wall Street Journal. They're expected to go public next year, according to some reporting, like a $48 to $50 billion valuation.
I totally get that. My point is that if you believe any of these applications, even the lack of product market, but any of these, with this, we're going to talk about agents, we're going to talk about so many other Salesforce. Mark Benioff is running around for an hour and a half at the keynote at Dreamforce this week talking about Agentforce. Well, Agentforce, the compute required for that is going to be multiples of anything that we do with inference today. If even 100, 200 million people use it.
Yeah, he's got to spend on NVIDIA too.
What I'm trying to get at, yeah, so you are totally fine in the CoreWeave or anything public along those lines from an infrastructure provider. That is a very, not easy, but relatively straightforward thing. But in terms of this chart, box 6 up and to the right is where the 80% plus margins are over time. And my point is that the next 5 to 10 years, we are going to see applications, because we're already, by the way, Zuckerberg just announced that he's got over 500 million daily users, DAOs and MAOs of Meta AI services. We know OpenAI has talked about 300 million users in the publicly reported numbers. And then you have Microsoft, and Apple is just about to launch Apple Intelligence this month, October, and they have 2+ billion who are going to start to use these things. My point is forget 24, 25, we'll have probably 1 billion or more using AI. This is consumers through OpenAI, through Anthropic, through Google, those three primarily, and Apple through OpenAI and whoever else they choose to partner. And in 26, if this stuff is useful, it'll probably be 2 to 3 billion. Why? Meta has over 3 billion people using its services. Apple has over 3 billion people worldwide using stuff right now, their devices. And then in the next 2 years, let's say every one of those people has 2 to 3 agents. Let's make this simple, 2 agents working. All of a sudden, your MAOs and DAOs go up to 5 and 6 billion.
The MAOs and DAOs have to be funded by a consumer wallet, right? If I have an AI that watches Netflix, I'm not going to pay for the Netflix's subscription. But I'll say this, I don't mind betting on Meta because it's positive carry. They make money, they've got product market fit, and it's an incredibly cheap way to bet on OpenAI. Of course, now it's at all-time high. It's like 22 forward PE ratio versus we're talking about OpenAI. I believe their enterprise value to sales multiple, something like 15 times, which isn't outrageous, right? 2021 peak valuations was 20 to 1. It's too expensive for my taste because you are betting that they will be a winner here. And if you know this from the internet eras, in the search engine wars, you had Alta Vista, you had Lycos, you had Excite, you had Yahoo, then Google showed up on the scene a few years later and disrupted all of that with the PageRank algorithm. And to your earlier point, we're still in the research phase. We're still in the search for the appropriate technology and the delivery. Is it the glasses that Meta has? Is it the Vision Pro? No. What exactly and how is that delivered? So I think it's too risky to make a 3-year bet that's illiquid where OpenAI stands today, where they're guzzling cash. And not only that, they're flanked, right? They've got, what's the quote from Satya Nadella? We're above them, we're below them, we're the side. They've got the enterprise. Microsoft is competing with OpenAI on enterprise deployment. That's a business unit within OpenAI. Meta is competing with them for a price of, it's called free with the distribution. Google is the laggard here, but they're investing. They got distribution, they got data, they got YouTube, they got an Android platform. OpenAI is trying to build a phone. They don't have any of that. And then underneath them, they got Anthropic, Claude, which is an incredible model, very good at reasoning. And they're funded by Amazon, who's got deep pockets, and they're spending less on NVIDIA because they've got their own in-house chips. So I look at the qualitative competitive positioning of OpenAI, and I see a business that's boxed in. I see leadership that's leaving. I see they've got commitments to spend no matter what. They have to do more product fit to be relevant. And you got to bet that they're going to 3x revenue in a year. I don't know. Not a deal I would take.